Hi, it's Stuart Sutton again. System 7 Real Estate Coaching and Workshops. We are looking at you being that much closer to dominating your market. You've gone through the process of choosing your niche, know your numbers, know your ratios, know the statistics behind your niche. You know which homes sell the fastest so you could mail marketing pieces to the people who own the homes that sell the fastest. You are working the expireds, which is a continuing, viable way to get listings. You don't have to call them as long as you're sending them effective information, which you are. You're working the best database you can ever get your hands on. All the homes that have expired in your niche for the last 1, 3, 5, 7, 10 years. You have created a logo, have a claim, and a unique selling proposition. You've got your letterhead, your business cards. You've got, hopefully, your web pages. We're going to go into a little bit more about web marketing, online marketing. Now, you've gotten your domains. Hopefully, your domains are sitting there ready. We can absolutely easily show you how to point a domain. Now, you don't really need us to do that. If you got them at GoDaddy, one of the reasons I use GoDaddy is not just because their service is so good and their prices are so good, but because they're prompt. I never have to wait forever to get hold of somebody at GoDaddy, and they can always help me with a problem very easily. Okay, they can show you how to point. I don't know that we have a video up on pointing domains, but probably a good idea. We'll put one up. By the time you listen to this, we probably will have one up. Anyway, you got your domains. You got one for your main website, and you have one for your landing pages. Okay, and you either have an IDX in your web page, so that in your website, so that you can have customers see your specific niche listings, or you have inventory in there, or both. Here's another one of my main websites. This is a major website. It's got, as you can see, we have homes, search for homes, sellers, buyers, communities, contact me, and then my blog. Okay, now this is a video. One of the reasons I put video in a lot of these pages is because video does add to rankings, and I want people to see what my niche offers. If I were you, I would add a video that emphasizes what your particular niche offers. So when someone comes to my main website, I want them to easily see what they came for. And usually that's homes. Now, if you'll notice on this right-hand side, see where this big red arrow is? You've got Round Rock Homes on Acreage, Georgetown Homes on Acreage, Lander Homes on Acreage, Liberty Hill Homes on Acreage, Austin Homes on Acreage, Foreclosed Homes on Acreage, and then you've got subdivisions, and a lot more subdivisions here. Okay, so all I have is homes on acreage on this website. That's all it is. There's other information for sellers and buyers, but there's tons and tons and tons of ways to search for homes in my niche. That's what your main website needs to focus on. You do not have to spend a ton of money to get a great website that works for a niche. As a matter of fact, the websites I use cost about $25 a month. That's nothing, zilch, nada. I mean, it's incredible the amount of technical and technological services and products that are out there that are cheap nowadays. Now, I wanted to show you this. When someone comes to a website, to this website, and they click on right here, Georgetown Homes on Acreage, they click on that. Here's what they see. All those homes on acreage, under 100, 7 to 800, 5 to 600, they're all there. They can click on one of these and see a full-blown listing. Now, they have to register. Some people don't like this. They have to register. I let them look at a couple, 3 houses, but then they have to register. Why? Well, are you going to get them as a lead otherwise? Are they going to register voluntarily? Very few do. We get a tremendous number of leads from this source. And here's why. We don't make them register immediately before seeing any houses. And we don't not make them register at all. Very few people will register if you don't make them. When they see a few houses and they like what they see, they're much more likely to register so they can keep seeing them. So if you can have them register after 3 homes after they look at the blown up details of 3 homes, you're much more likely to get them to register than if you try to make them register immediately. Okay? You guys, blogs get your results. That's one of my links. I also send people to my blog from other sources, from ads and from landing pages and things like that. And you may or may not be able to see, but this says December the 20th. This says December the 23rd. I blog quite often. The more you blog, the higher rank you'll get. Now, here's a key for you. You need to be sure to know what your keywords and phrases are. I don't get a lot of traffic from something like Austin Homes for Sale. I'm not going to be on the top of that. I'm not willing to pay you the pay-per-click that would get me on the top. But for long tail phrases, I am going to be on the first page. If you are, for example, specializing in golf course homes in Seattle, you may not be on the front page for Seattle Homes for Sale, but you might be for homes on the golf course in Seattle. That's a long tail phrase. Not as many people search it, but the people who search that type of phrase are going to be much higher quality prospects. So blog, 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 blog. If you're not blogging, I'll blog about all kinds of things. I'll blog about how many homes are selling. I'll blog about the current condition in the niche. I blog about the most recent sales in the niche, the best homes for sale in the niche. Don't blog about other junk. You can blog about things going on in the community if you want. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that to be other junk. But I see people blog about stuff that is just nonsensical. Blog about what the consumer wanting a home in your niche would be interested in. Okay? And I believe that video is important. Not just me that believes it. Video gets you ranked. As you know, Google owns YouTube. Therefore, we put YouTube embeds into our web pages. This is a particular web page that if someone clicks right here on Tonkawa Springs, which is a neighborhood, it'll take them to this page. It's got the information about Tonkawa Springs and a video on Tonkawa Springs. Then if you scroll down, it has the houses on Tonkawa Springs. Video gets you ranked, and it's not hard to do. Buy you a little. They don't make flip cameras anymore, but they make, for example, the Sony PlayTouch. Very easy to use cameras that just plug right into your computer and you upload directly to YouTube. It's very easy to do. Video nowadays is extraordinarily easy. And there are other lessons on exactly how to and what to do to get video on your website. On your landing pages, you need to get domains for landing pages. Condovalues.com. Let's just say you're in Santa Fe condo values. Find out your condo's value. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. See golf course homes. See Seattle golf course homes. See Phoenix golf course homes. Golf course homes in Phoenix.com. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do on that. But you need to get additional domains for additional pages. And here's what you can do. I'm going to go through a 3-step process, which is very, very effective. We get lots of continuing leads on this. First, we drive traffic through Craigslist. We make a powerful headline. Acreage means privacy, even in an executive neighborhood. This headline gets me a lot of traffic. I always have 2 pictures and only 2 pictures. You see, a Craigslist ad is not like a web page. The more information you give them, the less likely they are to click through. We only give them a couple of pictures, sometimes 1, depending on the pictures. But 1 to 2 pictures, I usually put the kitchen or one of the major attributes of the house and the exterior. So I'll give them a little bit of information, 3 lines, and then I give them what I really want them to do. See, this and all homes on an acre or more listed in the Austin area. Homes on acreage are some of the best values in the market. Georgetown, Leander, Round Rock, blah, blah, blah. Take a look at, and there's my link. Homes on an acre or more in all price ranges, even foreclosures and short sales. Now, once I tell them to do that, I've got to keep my promise. Okay? Now, here's a few notes that you need to be aware of. I usually have lots of ads written so that I can continue to rotate them. Every ad needs to have a different headline and a different property with a little different description. These 2 things can be the same, but these are different, these are different. So I keep ads rotating all the time, and I never get ads flagged as a result. Okay? So in your Craigslist ad, powerful headline, 2 pictures, and a link to your landing page. Now, Once they land on my landing page, they're going to click on one of the links. When they click on one of the links, it's going to take them to the search results where they look at the houses that they wanted to look at. And there they are. They click on a link, boom, they're on this site. Now, you remember this? This is my main web page. My main website. This is a page on my main website. So, they're on this page, and remember, they have to register. Okay? Now, only about 1 out of 10 register. Actually, it can be as low as 6%, as high as 10% for me. That's really good. 2 to 3% is more common. Now, remember, Craigslist ad, landing page, main website where they register. Now, there's something else you can do. You can actually send them directly from here to here if you want to. That's up to you. You can send them from here to here. In other words, this link right here, guys, see my cursor? This link right here can send them directly to this page. That's up to you. I have found this to be more successful. However, I have had agents who went from Craigslist to web page and left the landing page out until they got it up and going. Okay, so it's entirely up to you. I would actually rather see you go Craigslist to landing page and website. But once again, everything in its time. You guys, pay-per-click is a great way to do it also. Google is the king of pay-per-click. Yahoo is the second, and then Bing is always fighting to be a real player in that scenario. The AdWords system, you guys, it's not real hard to learn to use. I'm going to teach it in detail in another lesson. Right now, the main thing is to make sure that you've got a Craigslist ad system in place and working for you and getting leads from it. Okay? If you're going to do an AdWords, it's not hard to learn. But you need to know 3 things. Learn the best days and times to run the ads, because if you run them on certain days and ads, you're wasting your money, or you're not using your money as wisely. Set a budget, and then research your keywords so you know the very best ones to use, you guys. You got to do research behind pay-per-click just like you do everything else. Here's some other things, you guys. This is another web page I have, and it's a benefit. Now, one thing you don't see, because I'm not doing this live on the internet, down a little below the bottom of this is actually a sign-in where they actually click on a link just like on the other web page. But what this web page does is basically give them a test. Hey, when you look out your back door, if you strongly prefer seeing the view on the left or the picture on the right, that's determination whether you want to see homes on an acre or more. If you chose the one on the left, then you're in the right place. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways to approach this. You see, a landing page, one reason I like landing pages is because they can be modified and tested continuously. This is actually nearly exactly like an ad I used to run in a magazine, and I just converted that to a web page. So magazine ads, classified ads, postcards, those can all be transferred to a landing page pretty successfully. Okay, so your summary is Craigslist ad sends them to landing page, sends them to page on your website with the search results. Now, with an IDX system, of course, you can go ahead and do the search, create the results, and have them right there on your website on that page so that when they land there, the results are there and they don't have to look for them. Consumers want it done and done for them if at all possible. You do the work for them, you're more likely to keep them. Okay? Create a position in the market. You do the mailings we talked about to the strong databases. You do the Craigslist system. We're going to teach you how to do Google AdWords. But that's for anything and everything. You guys, the niche marketing system is so powerful. I'm going to finish up with a lot of points and tips on the next session and the last session. Okay? Once again, Stuart Sutton, System 7 Real Estate Workshops. I hope today's session was helpful to you, and remember, it's your choice, so make it a powerful day.